What's going on, guys? This is Alex here from 814EDC, back at you again with another Artisan review video. So this specific one is the Artisan Arion. I know in my unboxing video I called this the Centauri, and I was completely wrong on that. I thought it was. I realized that the Centauri is the front flipper model that they have. It looks kind of similar to this, but I realized that it was the Arion, so I apologize to you guys that probably thought I was a dum-dum for saying that, but this is a really cool knife. This is definitely my favorite one out of the 4 that I've checked out from Artisan. It's the most premium one, and I've really grown to like it. I kind of want to get one for the collection, but I just spent money on 2 other knives that haven't come in yet that I'm waiting on. So I don't really have the funds for it right now, and I have other stuff that is going to come out soon that I want to get. So I don't know if I will, but it's a really good knife, guys. So jumping right into materials, you do have an S35VN blade here, which is different. Kind of breaks the trend of the AR RPM9 steel that the first 2 models that I had in for review that I've done, and the fixed blade that I still have to do. That's also in AR RPM9. But S35VN, it's, I think it's a good steel for the EDC needs that I would use it for. This knife is designed by, again, drawing a blank on what his name is, but it's a guy who owns Cerberus Knives and Cerberus scales. He makes a lot of cool scales for Spydercos, and I think he exclusively does Spydercos. I don't hold me to that or not, but I believe I know he does a lot of Spyderco scales, and they're really cool. I've been kind of meaning to get some for, I don't know if I want to get some for my Para 3 or not, but I've been really thinking about it because I know he makes cool skinny scales. So they're definitely, if I'm going to get aftermarket scales, he's definitely on the higher part of the list for ones to check out. But this is a flat grind on the blade here. Very thin behind the edge. The blade in general is very thin. The blade stock, excuse me. But just a really good edge and just very thin behind the edge. I like how the overall shape of the knife is, or the blade is. It just looks very appealing. Has a nice hole here for opening, which is your main part of deployment. And for the scales on the show side, we have these really nice deep burgundy micarta. I don't want to say these scales, a deep burgundy micarta scale, which is really nicely done. It's finished very nicely. I like the color a lot. And on this side, we just have a titanium, raw titanium. But if you look closely, it is milled, which is really cool. I didn't realize that in the unboxing, so I kind of looked over the knife. But I don't know if you guys are going to pick this up, but it has like a micro milling to it, and I really like how that looks. It is a frame lock, which I think it does have a lock bar insert. And I do like the titanium pot clip. It's not deep carry, but it's very close. Only like a little bitty the knife sticks up out of your pocket, which I've grown to appreciate, because I think the pot clip looks really nice and clean on this overall design of the knife. I think it fits it very well. So next we're going to jump into action, and the middle finger flick on this knife is awesome. It's very good. Try to do it here for you guys. There we go. Very fun to do. You can thumb flick it, but it's kind of awkward because it's more of a tall and skinny hole than like a Spyderco hole. I just had a loss on my thoughts there, but so it's not as easy to thumb flick. You definitely can, but your thumb kind of like ramps off of it like that, so you kind of have to like shove your thumb down in and then it'll flick out. So middle finger flicking is definitely the preferred way to do this, and it's really good. This detent is tuned perfectly. I almost said turned perfectly. Tuned perfectly, and this thing is a drop shutting beast. I have cut myself a few times right on the cuticle. That was from a different knife, but this thing just drops freely. If as long as the tang of the blade doesn't hit your thumb, it'll just drop right close. And I don't want to try to do it because I kind of did it, but it's a sharp edge, and it nicks my thumb sometimes. So there we go. That was a good one. But Lefties, I know Kevin had this knife in before, and he had trouble with it because you're with the lock bar over here. You can slow roll it out, which you can righty too. But I have no issues with the lock bar with my my fingers being around. I think it's just because the way the knife is being held. I'm not really on it. The only thing that's on is my pointer finger up here, and it's not really putting any pressure. It's just kind of to stabilize for the middle finger flick. But yeah, it's very good. This thing is very, very fun to fidget with, and I definitely enjoyed doing that. So next we're going to jump into Ergos. And this knife is very, you know, the handle's very symmetrical and very, oh, I don't want to talk to you, Siri. Very just neutral. Just straight back, has a little bit of curve, and there's no jimping on the bottom here. There is some jimping up top on the blade. But overall, it's very, very comfortable. It's on the bigger size of things. I think this blade's around 3.5 inches. So it's a bigger knife for me personally, but I really like it. Like I said, guys, I really considered buying this. And I know it comes in like a olive green micarta too, which I would probably buy that just because I like OD green more. But the burgundy looks beautiful too. It's patinaed a lot with, you know, my hands and with hands of other people that have handled this knife. So yeah, Ergos are really good. Kind of just stuck back here behind the this index point, and it's very, very comfortable. The paw clip is very, you know, it's kind of small and conspicuous. Not very proud of the knife at all. Yeah, Ergos are very, very good. One thing I also forgot to mention in both videos so far, it does say Artisan Cutlery back here, which I completely missed on the unboxing, and I almost missed on the, I almost dropped a knife. I almost missed on this video, just because it's kind of inconspicuous and stuff back here, but back to Ergos, very, very good, as I continue to say. It fits my hands very, very well, with a little bit of knife to spare in the back, but super comfortable, super thin. That's one big shining point of this knife, is how thin it is, that I think personally. So yeah, Ergos are good. Materials are really good. Action's really good so far. So as you guys can tell, this is probably going to be a very positive review. And we're going to talk about carry. And like I said, this isn't a loop over style deep carry clip, but I really, really like it. You guys know that I love when pot clips are short and not super long and kind of just inconspicuous and out of the way. And to me, this is perfect. I would prefer maybe to have a loop over style deep carry clip, but I like titanium clipped because I think they look cool. They just go with the aesthetic of the knife. And I mean, this knife is so thin, and it only sticks out just a tiny bit. I don't know why I'm going this way. A tiny bit from your pocket. So I'm completely okay with the way this knife carries. I have definitely carried this knife the most out of all the ones that I have that I received in this box that I got. So if that tells you anything, I just genuinely like this knife, guys. It's so good. Maybe someday when I have enough cash, I will buy it, or if they make, maybe, I don't know if he's planning on doing any more models, but I think this one, he knocked out of the park, which I guess I'll just, you know, jump right into pricing. I think on Artisan's website, this is not a prototype. I don't know if I forgot to mention that or not, but this is the only one that you can get on there and buy right now. Actually, I don't know if you can buy it or not. I take that back. They might be out of stock. I forget if they are or not. When I looked before, they weren't, but I will leave a link to these knives specifically if you're interested to go and check them out. But last time I looked, this and the OD green version were still in stock, but that was a couple weeks ago, so it might have changed. But I think it goes for like $265 or something like that on the website, and that's, to me, that's expensive. Not that I don't think it's worth it, because I do think it's worth it. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm spending a little bit more money on my knives, kind of right around that $200 price range and a little bit above. And again, I'm a college student, so you guys have to understand where I'm coming from, that I can't buy all these knives that I want to buy, but I think it's worth it. I would probably drop that on it because I like how it looks. I like the way the middle finger functions, the middle finger flick functions, how addictive it is. The blade shape and grind and stock are all done well. It's thin. It's slicey as hell from the paper that I sliced it on. And it's just a cool knife. And it's supporting, I forget his name. I want to say it's Chris. But I could be completely wrong. But I want to say it's Chris from Cerberus or Cerberus Scales. And it's supporting him, who is just another knife and, you know, EDC guy in our community, which is cool. So, yeah. One bad thing is, I know you lefties out there can't really, you wouldn't buy it because you can't really, actually I got it there. You can get it if you really concentrate on it. But it's definitely much easier just come over here, flick that baby open, and we're good to go. So, this has been my full review of the Artisan Cutlery Arion. Not the Centauri, like I said in my unboxing, the Arion. Just a very cool offering. Probably I obviously haven't handled a ton of Artisan knives, but I think from just the aesthetics viewpoint of it, this is definitely my favorite knife that they've done so far. Just really, really good. It also might go into effect that I've actually handled it and used it a little bit. But from an aesthetic standpoint, I think it looks bomb. Good materials, good creator, good, just a good all-around knife. So I would definitely recommend this knife if you guys are interested in it. Like I said, I will leave a link to this one down below, and you can also find the olive green one on the website as well. And that's all I have to say about this knife, really, guys. So thank you guys so much for stopping back in and for checking out my video. As you guys can tell, I don't film a lot of videos in a row, but I have one more to do, and we're going to do it. We're going to truck through it, and I'm going to get some of these edited and put up for you guys. So thank you guys so much for stopping back in and for checking out my video and for just constantly supporting the channel. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I love talking to you guys, so definitely leave a comment down below, and I'll quit rambling now. So thank you guys again, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace. I almost forgot.